What's up, guys? I am back. This is Makara from Cougar's Closet. This is the third part of my segment. We've just finished conditioning and we've washed the condition out. So, as you can see, I have freshly washed, conditioned, soft maintenance hair. Now, the third part is the product and crystallizing your curls. So I will be speaking to you about crystallizing your curls. This is the most important part, other than your ends, of the step of taking care of your natural hair. The third phase, this is where the magic comes in, right? So for my third step of crystallizing and product adding, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using. And you don't have to use all of these things. This is what my hair likes because my hair is so tightly, my curls are so impacted that different things work better for me. Like with my hair type, I find that carefree curls work for me, or pink lotion, things to that nature, something that's really, really, really moisturizing. I've tried other products like what's that, shea butter, and I can't think of that line. I got it right in my thing, but I've tried multiple things, and some things give my hair a little bit more moisture, and like these things, like the type of things that like S curl line has, or that you would use for a jerry curl, for some reason my hair likes these things better. So I have an oil that I'm going to be using. I have a gel for definition that I'm going to be using, and some of this castor oil. Now, the first thing you want to do is, after you've conditioned your hair, you want to lay an oil on there. And what the oil does is it's going to oil your hair, and it's also going to seal the products in your hair. I don't know if you've ever noticed, like, if you shampooed your hair and when you first wash it, it looks real good, but later on in the day, it looks very, very dry, like you didn't do anything to it. That's because whenever you put your product in your hair, you didn't put the oil in, and the oil is what seals the moisturizer and keeps it from escaping. So if you don't put any oil in your hair, the product that you have in your hair, it will evaporate and just poof, just go out. So this oil is going to seal anything that I put on here. And right now I'm using the tea tree oil. Now, there's different type of oils that do different type of things. In the summer, I like to use a coconut oil because coconut oil penetrates into the follicle. It's going to oil your hair from the inside and out. Grapefruit seed, that oil, that does the same. A lot of different oils doesn't. A lot of different oils only oil the outside. Now, with coconut oil, you have to be careful though, because coconut oil emulsifies. Like in the wintertime, what coconut oil does, if you notice it, it freezes up and it goes into its original form, white. But in the summertime, it stays clear liquid, just like an oil. So I only use that in the summer months where I know that it's going to be oily and not, you know, getting white pieces in my hair or whatever, because it's in its original form. Now, tea tree oil is another oil. What do I have in my hair? Tea tree oil is another oil, probably a piece of lint, that also penetrates into the cuticle as well, that oils the hair from the inside out as well. But you want to put oil on that hair, guys, because you want to give that product something to work with. And like I said, this is where the magic comes in. This is a very, very important step. So we are laying oil on our hair first before we do anything, because we want to give that whatever we're using, we want to give them a foundation, and we want to lock that product in. Okay, so the next thing I am going to be using is castor oil. Now, I'm not going to apply a lot of this. Now, keep in mind, if you've paid a lot of money for a certain product, you shouldn't have to use much of it, even if it's a little bit, in the jar. I find that products that cost a lot, is high concentrated in ingredients, so you don't have to use a lot. So I'm just going to use a little bit. And you don't want to like overdo it, because like I said, like with my hair, if you have a looser curl pattern, then it will penetrate into your hair. But see, with my hair, um, my curls are so tight, it's hard for a lot of products to absorb in my hair. Now, getting back to what I was saying about the crystallizing method, this is where all the magic takes place. So what we are going to do is we are laying that product on that hair. And once we lay that product on that hair, once you get done doing whatever you're doing, basically you don't want to touch it and go in and mess with it, because what happens is the hair is going through a form called crystallizing. And what the product is doing, it is crystallizing these curls. So the more you keep on going in there, you are going to announce frizz. So whenever you lay your product on there and you are done or whatever, that's it. You don't want to go in there and disturb, that curl pattern. So right now I've laid my oil down. Now look at these curls. I'm looking like Sammy Davis Jr. over here. I've laid my oil down. Now I'm putting my product on. And keep in mind, when you put your product on and the hair is wet, it's going to be white because it's still wet. So you are not going to see anything until that hair dries. That is the crystallizing form. We are looking for crystallization of our curls. We want those curls to sit and form and crystallize. We don't want to touch them. We want, we don't want to disturb it, because that's what gives our hair a frizzy look. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I like to wear my hair frizzy. This is just if you are basically controlling your hair. But sometimes, like I said, I like to let my hair do what she wants to do. Some days I wake up, she wants to be frizzy. She doesn't want all that stuff on her, and I don't put all of it on her. Like, I pretty much know what she wants. So we just going through, putting the product on, combing it through. Like I said, we are in a very important phase here. We are in the crystallizing form. This is where all the magic happens. Okay, so we pretty much got that down right there. Now, if you want, I think this is going to do the job. I don't know if I want to use a little bit of this. If I do, it's going to be so light. And guys, if you're using this, you have to use this when your hair is freshly wet, because this has a mechanism in it. This has glycerin in it. And what glycerin does, glycerin provides a lot of moisture in your hair, but it only works in cohescent with water. So don't apply this to dry hair. Whenever you are using something with glycerin in it, you want to make sure there's water involved so the product can attract the water and do what it's supposed to do. Okay, now I usually don't use gel, but I'm going to use gel today for definition. Now, if you have natural hair, I recommend curl activator gel. A lot of gels I don't like, because a lot of gels have alcohol in them. If you are going to use a gel, I prefer you to use something that doesn't have any alcohol in it, because that's what dries the hair out and creates the flakes. So I would not advise you. This gel is a thin gel, and you can you see me putting it on my ends. This is a thin gel, and it's a flexible gel, and it's a move around gel. Like a lot of people use, I forgot the name of that gel that everybody swore by. And I went out and tried to use that gel. That gel had my hair so flaky, I didn't know what was going on. So, and when you are using a gel, just a little bit, on your hair. You don't want a lot. Don't pack it on heavy. You just, want a little bit, to give you a little definition or whatever. Y'all, my phone is ringing. I can't even get it because I'm in the middle of a class. I'm going to have to get with these folks. Y'all don't be calling me when I'm doing the class unless it's a few people. Then, they cannot stop. But I know that ain't who that is. I got some other business riding and people trying to get in touch with me. Now, you see that white stuff right there? That's okay. Because as it dries, it's going to dry up. So this is the crystallizing form. This is what we don't want to disturb after we get our product on all of the way. Because if we disturb it, we are going to have frizzy hair. So what I think I am going to do is, after I shoot this, there's one last part to this. And what I am going to do, and I'm going to lay some down on my little taper parts. What I am going to do probably is take a walk outside and let the heat open my cuticle. That way you guys can see the crystallizing process. Because I could take a blow dryer if I wanted to. Now, I got a little bit more white than what I want in my ends. For some reason, my ends like to hold a lot of product. So what I am going to do is kind of take my towel and get some of that stuff out of there or whatever. Or you could leave it in. But with like I said, my hair is kind of funny. So I'm going to go in and take that off. But now we are in our crystallizing phase, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So what I think I'm going to do, if my phone allows me, instead of having you guys wait on it to dry, I think we're going to go outside and do a walk with me. And I hope ain't nobody going to be looking at me and talking about me, y'all, because they don't know that I'm in the crystallizing phase. They don't know this. They going to be like, what is wrong with this woman's hair? They don't know that I'm waiting on my curls to crystallize, y'all. Do they know this? They don't know I'm waiting on my curls to crystallize. So that is our, this concludes our part 3 of product and crystallizing. So stay tuned. I am going to grab my phone and hopefully I can get out here and take a walk with you all and let you see the crystallizing phase. And like I said, when you put the product on, it's going to be white. If you see any blotches where the product is a little bit more, pronounced than you would like it to be, just go in and take your towel and kind of blot it out or whatever. But we are in the crystallizing form and we don't want to touch it too much because we don't want to disturb our curls. So the crystallizing form is when the curls set up. You are setting the curls up, and what they do is as they dry and as they harden, crystal forms around each curl, and it gives the curl its own identity. And when the after they are dry, then you go back in and break the crystals up. So this is, like I said, where all the magic happens. So stay tuned. Part 4 will be the last part. Like I said, I'm going to get out here and try to walk on my phone and see if we can do a walk where you can get a chance to let the heat outside open up my cuticle and let my curls crystallize. I'm telling y'all, don't touch y'all hair, but I'm touching your mind. And let the sun open up my cuticle and crystallize my curls, and then we will come back in and break the crystals off the curls. Mwah, Cougar's Closet.